Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The chief liar was caught off guard yesterday during the interview where Sam GITUKU of Citizen TV was present. And when William Ruto was asked about the housing levy, William Ruto came out saying that currently they are collecting 60 billion Kenya shillings per month, and that when you calculate per year, you find that it is almost to 720,000 Kenya shillings, 720 billion Kenya shillings, almost to 1 trillion Kenya shillings. As we speak, when Sam GITUKU asked that question, William Ruto was caught off guard as the figures he was saying was not relevant. As Sam GITUKU came now calculating the amount that they have collected so far since they took over as the new government, William Ruto was shocked, and you will be shocked the way he was so embarrassed. And after saying that they are collecting 60 billion Kenya shillings per month, now he came out making a U-turn and saying that now it is not about 60 billion Kenya shillings per month. It is now 6 billion Kenya shillings a month. In a second, or in seconds, William Ruto had already deducted 54 billion Kenya shillings. Ikapotea hivyo right before our eyes. And this is how things went.
The housing levy and that question of accountability, do you know now how much has been collected from that levy and why it is?
I know that I don't have the final figures with me here, but I know we've been collecting ever since the law was passed, and it is on average about around 60 billion shillings or thereabout, plus or minus every month.
60 billion shillings?
Every month. Yes. So
60 billion shillings?
I think so. I think that's the correct number.
So in a year that would be 60 times 12. What is that? 720 billion?
720. Well, let me not, I don't know whether, no, maybe six, yeah, I think it is, sorry. I think it is about 6 billion, sorry, yeah. About 6 billion. So I think every year it is somewhere between 60 and 80 billion every year.
Where is that money now?
That money is already constructing houses.
Under what law? What framework?
There is already a framework. Only the court said we fine-tune the framework.
Now, as if that is not enough, the journalists came out again asking him about the Kenya shillings depreciating at a faster rate. William Ruto was again caught off guard, as what he was saying was literally lies, and he was so irrelevant that even we were shocked. According to a journalist called Wafula, he's called someone Wafula, came out asking William Samoei Ruto, why is the Kenya shillings depreciating at a faster rate than the other countries like Uganda, Tanzania, and other countries in Africa? William Ruto came out answering and saying that it is the US that came out increasing their rates when it comes to dollar. And this journalist never hesitated to ask him, when did this started? William Ruto said 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Which means there's something that was already there. There's something that was already there in the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Because if he's saying 2 years ago, that is the time where US started increasing their rates. You know, it was during the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Then according to what is being asked again by some GITUKU, is that if this rate was increased 2 years ago, what is the effect now compared to what was the effect during the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta? And because I want you to understand whatever the argument of William Ruto is, William Ruto was so embarrassed. And I want you to watch.
In April last year, you did say that you will bring down, or the shilling will come down to about 115. This is an interview on accountability. That shilling has moved from 120.37. We are looking at 153.78 by Friday. And this is the central bank official rate. We also know that this is not the actual rate that actually Kenyans are spending when they go to buy the dollar. You promised that the government-to-government deal would fix this problem. Has it failed? And if so, what really happened?
Let me tell you, my brother, if I hadn't structured the G2G deal, the dollar today maybe would be at 250. That's how serious it would be. Why? Because the US Fed kept on increasing their interest rates.
When did the US Fed begin raising the interest rates?
Maybe 2 years ago, immediately after the COVID situation. That is when they began to
Meaning
increase.
they were already doing this by the time of your election?
But they were not at 5.2.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah, they had
in
begun.
terms of what was happening.
They had begun.
I asked that because in April this year, that's when the government-to-government deal started.
Correct.
And I remember your deputy, Rigathi Gachagua, saying that those people that have dollars in their houses, it is time to sell because
Yes.
you're just about to suffer loss.
Yes.
Yourself, you said that you see it going below 120.
Correct.
$115 even.
Correct.
So if you have all this information, why then promise something that was also bound to the changes in the global economy?
You see,
And now you're saying it could have gone up to 200. Which figure do we trust?
So that is how William Samuel Ruto came out embarrassing himself during the interview. And I want to say, when I was just to summarize and have an inclusive analysis, the video could have been even 2 hours, because William Ruto was caught off guard many times. And when look at even some figures, he was coming out to tell the journalist was sharply irrelevant, and what we can describe about what William Ruto was capable of doing was just to throw figures left, right, center, as if he knew what he was saying, but it was just a kind of argument that he was having with this journalist. But the reality is this man, William Ruto, it seems like some individuals are feeling like this man is having something in his head when it comes to the capability of actualizing and stabilizing the economy of the Republic of Kenya and also developing the country. For me, my take is this. You might see the argument of this man, William Ruto, as someone who is so genuine, someone who is so relevant when it comes to whatever is going to do to our country. But maturely, let me say the economy is not indicating good signals, as what I can say is that William Ruto, with his cronies, these are just people who are just having stories. They don't have something to do with the economy. They don't have something to do with employment. They do not have anything that entails integrity and good leadership in the country. As one thing that I know is that when look at even different presidents yenye tumekuwa now, Some of them were so quiet, but they were working and their actions were so loud than even William Ruto. His words are so loud than action. So eventually, I've seen several individuals arguing, saying that William Ruto is the man and he is the deal when it comes to this problem we are having. For me, William Ruto is not a deal. The problem we have is that if truly we can have these three arms of the government being independent, when it comes to judiciary, led by Martha Koome, when it comes to legislature, led by Moses Wetangula and Amason Kingi, then the executive, led by William Ruto. But at the same time, I want to say this. At the same time, William Ruto is the executive. William Ruto is the judiciary. At the same time, William Ruto is the legislature. In other words, he has captured the attention of judiciary, he has captured the attention of legislature, and he is overall leader of executive. In simple words, what I want to describe with William Ruto, Ruto is everything. He is legal expert, he is financial expert, he is chief engineer, he is the land surveyor, the chief justice, the hustler, and he is everything in the Republic of Kenya. And as much as you can come out and give your argument, but the reality comes, this man does not have anything that does with Kenya. These people are just having their interest. And that is why when he is being asked about the house levy that is being collected every month, he's saying 60 billion Kenyan shillings. Then when the calculation is hitting 1 trillion a year, it's coming out to change now per month it is 6 billion Kenyan shillings. No framework, no statistics, and we don't know how much is being spent, and already they're saying money is working already. Inafanya kazi ya mjengo. So for me, I think William Ruto does not have a guarantee that is going to work for Kenyans. Let us just wait and see the way things are going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video.